The contract signing between Brock Lesnar and Oba Femi is electric. Let's talk about it. Oh man, Oba Femi is an absolutely, positively massive star. There is no denying it. There is no denying it. He is a massive star. And Brock Lesnar's also doing a very good job as well in making him look like a very big deal. And you know what's interesting is that this went down exactly the way it should have done. There should have been no talking. We've seen Paul Heyman's shtick time and time again. We've seen it, and Oba doesn't need to talk, just like Brock doesn't need to talk either. We don't need to see it. Now, just this second, I just had a little theory in my brain that maybe at some point we may see a Paul Heyman and Oba Femi, but he doesn't need it. He doesn't need that either. He might need a mouthpiece at some point in the future, just not right now. Let him get some names under him, just to get a couple of free counts here and there, and then maybe. But he's not even that bad on the mic either. So, what happened? Well, Oba Femi comes down to the ring. Brock Lesnar came out there first, and they just start brawling straight away. Brock Lesnar knocks Oba Femi off the ring apron, jumps to the outside, and Oba Femi catches him, slams him into the ring post, and they just start brawling. They get in the ring, and I think Brock Lesnar was trying to go for a suplex, and he ended up putting himself through the table, and Oba Femi landed right on top of him. It was hilarious. You had who was out there? Triple H. You had Triple H, and who's the other ball-headed guy? Oh man, he's blanking. But the guy he always needs a drink. He kept calling for security to get some help. But these two would not stop brawling. Big pull apart, and the show kind of goes off the air with these two just being held back because there was chairs being tossed and everything, but there wasn't really a contract signed at the end of it, which is fine. I can be okay with it because why would they just calm down and then say, "Oh yeah, let me sign this contract"? No, they can do that next week or the week after that, depending how long we got left until Mania. But they've got time. They have time. But absolutely amazing segment. I think Obafemi is an absolute megastar waiting to happen, providing they don't drop the ball with him. Because if you remember, Damian Priest was on that same trajectory at one point. And I remember arguing on Facebook in a very polite manner with somebody, and they said, no, Damian Priest is a massive star, super over. And after a bit, you can kind of tell when somebody is that massive star that WWE thinks that they are, or when they're just really just getting a pretty lukewarm reaction after a while. And I noticed Damien was only really getting a very big reaction whenever he was with Rhea Ripley, who is an absolute megastar. But whenever Damien Priest came out, yeah, sure, like he gets the initial pop when he walks out there, but then the moment he got onto the turnbuckle, it would just fizzle out. Kind of similar to LA Knight. When LA Knight's music hits, you hear that big pop, that big eruption, and by the time he gets to the ring, it's like it's very lukewarm, and they'll do the LA Knight, yeah, but then it's just that's it. There's nothing for them to really get behind. There's nothing for them to really sing along with, and they're not into him that much. They like him. They're just not overly crazy about him, and that's what Damien Priest suffered. And now we see Damien Priest is pretty much doing comedy skits, or at least is a part of them on SmackDown. So to that guy who told me that I was wrong, you're wrong, sir. So I think if WWE doesn't drop the ball on this, and Obafemi definitely needs to win at WrestleMania against Brock Lesnar, providing they don't drop the ball of him, he could be in for a pretty interesting year. What do you think?